probably not going to be at an all-time high right now. Definitely took a hit after that opening map. Particularly the two we can see on the screen, Safe and Insani, who, yeah, Safe definitely had a couple of moments, but it felt like neither of them was having the impact that MIBR requires, and MIBR has been able to rely on consistently for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Vertigo, as you say, you know, we expected to go to Ancient because it is their strongest map. Instead, they decide to bite down on the little bait fish that Legacy have cast out, picking into this map that was floated through the pool, one that Legacy haven't played a great deal, but coming with a game plan. They start on the CT side and MIBR, it's do or die time.
Yeah, let's see it then. Bartan dumau, you flash forward for a peek early at the B stairs. MIBR not willing to take that risk. Instead, they reset, control being gathered underneath A main. Safe and exit, wait for the gang. And Lato is going to be this first point of contact, tucked in, looking just for this pixel, just for a head to present itself. And it does. Not once, not twice, but the entire roster is here.
You can see the CT scramble. dumau is fully kitted up. And I mean that quite literally. He's got the kit, but he's also got the incendiary, the smoke, everything you need for this retake. Oh, coldzera again from the boosted position hits an insane USP shot. Now they're going to bring the bomb forward, but Brandon's so low. The spam doesn't connect. Just the one shot fired through, and actually keep the incendiary. Playing the retake with the advantage and the util.
It's interesting. dumau's using it for sandbags. Smoke definitely going to go on the bomb, but there's no flashbangs to get Legacy in. They need to fight forward. Viola Enazan just tucked in at default. He's going to be there, and he's going to be a surprise factor. Lato and Bartan combine, and it leaves it all on drop. There goes that smoke. But he needs to find everything. There's the first and the second drop. Now looking for it, knives out, and he does manage to get it. 3 kills in the round for MIBR. Drop gets a necessary pistol for them, and salt in the wound with the backstab.
A 1 versus 3 from drop, a position that you do not favor him in at all. The smoker's down. There's a kit as well. Both kills go his way, and then he's stabbing through. And in fact, he looks like he's slightly off the mark to begin with. And this is with the round starting so well for Legacy. The fact that Brenson gets that kill to Neckers is also insane because he has such low HP. A drop. What a round. Look at the time.
It's the audacity to go for that knife kill. Of course, he's running out of bullets in his magazine. Hang on a second. Fast play. Exit shows them the door. coldzera will reply back with a parting shot on the USP, but they're in B. And MIBR surely got this round locked up.
Quick way to start this map. Drop gets the AK, all the util out the gate, so he's very happy about that. Also, he's picked up a Mac 10. Not the greatest reward. I also found a Molotov, so not so bad. Maybe he can find himself an exit. Actually, he's already found himself an exit.
True.
Maybe another one.
No, definitely not. He needs to actually move away from this as well. Because the bomb radius and no armor being a factor. MIBR already taken space over towards CT. He might just drop the molly, he might just give it a looking. So at the end of the day, he's always going to be invested anyway, so it doesn't really want to bring a Mac 10 forward. It's a nice idea, but not enough. MIBR being very convincing in that second round. Not letting anything kind of get under their skin. And now being incentivized by the fact that Drop's able to clutch up and really announce himself on the server. He needed to be here. The same with Safe, the same with Insani, but it's good we're getting immediate output from one of them.
Absolutely. Now Legacy will be able to buy up. Fight over towards the A ramp. So Legacy not really having to be tested here too much. It was really mid and B they had to focus on so much against Nouns. Now we get to see what their A defense looks like. Ladder kind of sees Brenson from the corner of his eyes and has to do a double take, but gets a double kill off it. And so now we get to immediate answer to the question. Yeah, that A defense is pretty good. B's completely open, mind you.
Oh well, gotta get the bomb.
Oh, Insani. Okay, hold up. Hold up. There's something to be said about this round still. No, there's not. If you had an AK there, maybe there was something to be said.
Potentially, Exit can get the bomb down. It feels really too far out of the realms of possibility. Yeah, they're all just about to swing him. couple of players are low, and also Nick is on the flank. Look, this is a matter of time before this gets locked in. I really got to praise just, again, the reactions out of Legacy. Look at what happens. They drop a smoke in towards the middle of ramp. They're then spamming it down. As soon as the kill comes in, that's when the nade comes over, blows open the smoke, removes the cover out of Lato, and he's able to find the double up. This is so well worked.
That kill's a bit BS. Such is the way of the Vertigo A spam. That's a perfect round for Legacy. They don't lose any single player. Especially after going into that round with a little bit lighter util.
Made it work though.
They're gonna fight. Fast this time. What? Neckers adjust so quickly onto drop. Trade is fast, but damage has been done as well.
You can't let it get scrappy here, MIBR. That's exactly what Legacy want. If you're going to give them the opportunity to have these fights in the open, they're going to have all the elevation and the advantages. Brenson brought low. Oh, lower still by that nade. Lucky he doesn't get finished off by the HE. They're pretty committed here, MIBR. They're going to go in towards A. dumau's just cleared mid. He can rotate over quite quickly.
Yeah, it needs to come on through soon, though, because this hit is about to be upon them, and it's just contact. Sage's going to walk in, ladder on the angle, has to dodge the flash, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to turn around, and coldzera, that was the moment. He gets that kill, and the Stu play is so incredibly low. dumau's still going to try and get ahead of this. It's a winnable round. Insani and Brenson are limping through it, and further spam damage. The HP is so low on all of these players. You're begging for a HE grenade. Maybe the bullets will do it. Oh, exit gets dinged and dealt with. A kit on Barton. There's a chance in this round. The time is ticking on down. Clearing in towards short, seeing no one. Smoke on forward. They can get on the bomb. Just tapping it, trying to bait out the spray. Fourth Barton gets on it for sure this time. And the wild spray eventually connects on the final bullet for Insani.
I'll be honest there, dumau. He just doesn't see it, but there's a kit right off to his left-hand side. One step to the right, he could drop the smoke and then get on the bomb immediately. And that would have been the difference. Because he taps it with 10 seconds, and then it's the recommitment.
Insani as well, you gotta praise him. Low HP, he's not exposed in towards gap, but comes late around.
It's this kill right here. 14 HP. Brenson locks it in on coldzera, because otherwise that round is completely over.
It's crazy Insani actually gets the kill on top of default and then just continues to spray down onto the smoke. Doesn't reset at all.
This is fast. Look at this in towards A. A lot of ramp control being taken. But again, Lato falls. Bartan now has to pass the testing towards mid, and he does so spectacularly. Exit knows that dumau is close.
Just about gets away. Insani starts to go very fast up onto B and is met by coldzera. Perhaps not expecting an extra element here, thinking that dumau couldn't have rotated that quickly. They're committing still. dumau has gotten close up towards wood.
They know about this. Exit is waiting, anticipating that someone might jump over. He's even got an incendiary if he wants to kind of flush dumau out of this position, but he's going to go quiet. Ultimately, he's the one holding that bomb. Meanwhile, Brenson looks for information. And he scraps the utility. He can scavenge off the floor of his fallen teammates. And now they're going to reset.
I feel like you don't molly wood here, though. I think it's more likely to go to quad or default.
You got to clear close before you molly. Because you haven't felt this contact right here. So you anticipate someone there. dumau finds both. Legacy overwhelm, and they immediately reset MIBR.
I was so aware that fight was coming as well. That's perfect game sense from him.
Also, it's the map control that Legacy are taking. You look at how they set themselves up. coldzera moves back over towards construction. He can hold deep in towards mid. But also, the player over at A has pushed all the way down. He's holding close.
That double in middle is everything as well. Insani also maybe getting a little bit too quick on trying to take the space onto B.
I don't actually mind that play from him because you've seen two players, even potentially a third, in towards middle. You want to scale to try and take the space back, but you're not anticipating coldzera. And that all comes down just to the reactions that Legacy have been rehearsing in their boot camp, day after day, hour after hour, anticipating the journey for this America's RMR, for the first major to be long, drawn out, over 7 map pools, practicing every single one. And yet their mechanics and their fundamentals look sharp on every single way you slice it. Just pistols. It's the perfect moment for them to equalize again.
Yeah, it's really cool when teams flex the full 7 maps. Gives them a lot of flexibility when it comes to the veto.
The thing is, it often, as a counterpoint, is just making every single map a little bit weaker because you're focusing on an extra one. But it really doesn't feel that way when it comes to Legacy. At the moment, in this event, reset over at B. dumau's already pushed mid. This is so tough for MIBR. Whichever way they go, it constantly feels like pressure is being applied. dumau surely is going to spot all these players and collects a few of the collateral. Shouldn't be any further damage here. Should be 5 alive, potentially. dumau could be isolated, misses the shot on the first, but they're going to give him more opportunities to take their heads off.
It might be out. Oh, actually, insani has managed to slip around. There
Knife.
it is. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No. Still gets the kill. Actually, it's safe that gets it. Unlucky on the knife.
I rate it, though. Again, you're just prioritizing money for this orb.
Absolutely.
And also, it's a big morale boost. It's kind of like a thing with the Zeuses, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day, right?
I completely agree. And obviously, knives, I feel like they're a bit more difficult to get. The fact they could have 2 in 6 rounds in an elimination game is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that just everyone gets a bit of a chuckle out of it, and just that one like physical action of get a bit of a smile on the team. Oh, okay, a second kill. Yeah, you take that. Sure. But Legacy will even things up 3 apiece.
Pretty clean. 2 casualties, not the end of the world. Good for Insani just to find that last one. Look at this buy, though. Lack of bomb plants over the last couple of rounds means that at a compromise...
But you'd love that knife kill right now if you're Insani.
Yeah, AKs are Galils. Only 2 AKs brought into this round. Limited utility, fill the pockets of MIBR. And again, a fast play in towards mid. coldzera this time doesn't overextend. That's Bartan's responsibility at the top of the wood. Going to be cleared by Insani, and he will find his prize.
It's a 2-2 setup over towards mid and B. So dumau is immediately going to slip into the spot, and you've still got this double up in mid. Expecting something. It's not coming just yet. And Exit's patience might be rewarded. He spotted Colt on the cross, just holding the slither angle. Nekez caught off guard. 2 openings for MIBR. And they're being so patient.
They're waiting for the mistakes, and they're getting them. coldzera's locked in. You've got Brendan just locking off ladder. Like, coldzera is trapped. He can't do anything else in this round. You are keeping 2 players that are kind of having a trade-off and a standoff in towards mid for the price of this. The Exit just leaves. Safe picks up the bomb. MIBR looking to reset. And they don't mind giving up that area of the map in mid. They want to end over towards this A bomb site. coldzera doesn't go down the ladder, and MIBR don't commit in towards A. They go B. At the same time, the B rotation of dumau, he's completely left it. It's absent. There's nothing here for Legacy whatsoever.
I mean, I like the idea. Oh, Cold is going to be very quickly in the back lines, but that's something that's going to be considered, surely. Because you know he was just in ladder. And he's going to deal with Insani. That's going to be a bit of a pain. Rotation comes on over, and dumau looks to jump around the corner, coming on through, and he finds 2. They line up for him. Brings it into the advantage. MIBR had 2 opening kills into this round. And now they have 1 surviving player. It's dropped that has to pull off another clutch, and he can't even get it started.
And again, it's all coldzera. Sure, he only finds 2 kills in that round, but it's his impact, his presence of just being there.
So sick from dumau as well, jumping around. Just as the Molotov is landing on default, they're having to jump out of that position. The synergy and coordination from Legacy is just beautiful.
And they're even taking a pause because that round was chaotic. By their standards, that's not how they want to win rounds. They want to do it in a much more convincing fashion, in one in which it doesn't get as chaotic unless they're organizing that chaos. 30 seconds to maybe adjust your neck pillow as well.
Yeah. It's not as bad as Turtle. I I couldn't believe the way he was sitting earlier with like just the entire back in recline position.
But this is what I mean here. By him taking the kill and then not facing, that brings all the attention through. And that incendiary, as you mentioned, just created that little bit of wiggle room.
What a crazy round. This has been some great Counter-Strike to watch. If you're just a fan of Counter-Strike, the way that Legacy are playing at the moment in this series has just been so enjoyable to watch.
And Legacy are a team that everyone would have just had as upset potential. Never mind dark horses, never mind giant killers in the region. Potentially that's what they could achieve. We're still in this effect for MIBR where it's one round after another of just pistols being reinforced with AKs afterwards. Flashbang's trying to offset Bartan. He's stuck, but he's got the support of dumau. And even though he gets overwhelmed, it's coldzera that steps in next, where there's one element of the Hydra from Legacy. You cut one off and two more spawn in his place.
There's always so much utility as well. So difficult to fight into these sites. The flashbangs are actually perfect onto the default player in Barton, but it didn't matter because the support immediately came through, as you mentioned. Now it's just a game of whack-a-mole against Safe and Exit, who are going to pop up in a moment. The Shadow's seen. Delaying the inevitable, it feels. Now locks in the final 2 kills. 3 in the round for him, and 5 on the board for Legacy.
And it's difficult if you're MIBR because you're looking at this and thinking, okay, well, they're rotating really easily, but they're not. They're gathering all the information and then going off it. It's a low buy. If there's one player making noise, you've seen a couple of sets of utility, it has to be the full force, which is why the rotations can come in so quick, and allowing an extra second of Bartan in the site results in 3 kills for the price of 1. But even in these full gun rounds, it's not been the case of Legacy over-positioning and gambling. They've been gathering all this information consistently. Burning alive as well. BRN dealt with. Nekiz, he's just chilling. He doesn't need to do anything. No one's accounting for him. No one's acknowledged his existence, and he punishes MIBR.
Finally dealt with. And it's Exit and Safe who have to try and close again. Cole tucks into the sandbags. Safe does have a Molotov if he wants to try and flush him out, but you imagine.
It's great util. This is fantastic utility because ultimately you're pushing them into coldzera.
dumau is also slowly coming through the back lines. I doubt he extends, though, past the bridge.
This has been a consistent feature piece in every single one of Legacy's gun rounds. They've always pushed mid, but they've never gone down the ladder. They've always gone through T-spawn.
I also really like that. I mean, I like that maybe I went A because it's been so dominant over towards kind of mid and B, but the fact that Legacy is still so ready and able to respond to it despite the conditioning elsewhere is a great showing. It's their composure on this map.
They're not going to molly coldzera.
Oh.
As soon as this molly goes out, look, Exit is anticipating that Cold will swing, and finally, coldzera gets punished. 20 seconds left. MIBR still need to commit through.
Flashbang for Lato to set up a swing, and it comes on over. Exit can't come in. Barton with a great swing. Exit does some damage, but he's already being flanked down. Oh, Exit! Now that's a shot, but the bomb isn't in his grasp, and the round is done.
Also, what I will say is, for Legacy, their defense on A has been exactly the same every single round. And MIBR don't have an answer to it, which is why it's remained so consistent. Blowing open this smoke. This time, it was a very tiny variation in the fact that Nekiz comes through the smoke on gap side, but ultimately, he's the one that's fighting. coldzera's dropping the utility and then swinging off the back of it, grabbing these kills. But this is so easy for Legacy. MIBR are really struggling to deal with anything that Legacy is throwing at them. And it's looked really close to begin with. And yet, again, relegated down to pistols. Legacy, a firm grip on this series. And MIBR, a reminder, they need to win this map or they're eliminated from the RMR.
coldzera and Co's revenge arc starts to come into fruition. Safe is keeping extra money for an AWP into the next round, so maybe that's the change up required. Get him enabled with that because he's just not been able to have a presence in this map at all.
Notice how coldzera thinks about going middle, but doesn't because there's been no contact anywhere else. Legacy will only push mid if there's been contact felt on anywhere else in the map. Neck is to be tested. Latto on an off angle. Latto over peeking. That's scary. A lot of damage, but no kill conversion. That's a deagle. Getting the kill, and also an AK picked up for drop. Nekez steps in, and he just keeps fighting, standing his ground for another.
Nekez really getting it done. And dumau catching insani on the overextension. This whole time coldzera is tucked in towards gap as well, so he's ready to fight in short. In fact, extends further. Safe, not going to be ready for him in the back lines. Exit there as well. Cole gets the double. And despite a nice entry onto ramp, it's not enough to get things done.
Need a pause from MIBR. One needs to come in right now. Bit needs to get on the microphone and he needs to just reset his players and instill some belief in them, because right now they are running their head against a brick wall. They're doing the same things over and over and over again, and it's too easy. It is too simple for Legacy.
Great to see Nekez also at the top of the table, right? Player that's not often having that kind of impact, and when he is, that's everything. Safe did bring out that ult finally. What he was saving for in the round before, and he's forced off the line immediately towards bottom ramp. Pressure over towards B, but the flashbang again, so good, and Barton has dealt with both. There's a kill back on towards Latto, but it's a poor consolation, but maybe this is something. Nekez finally punished in towards the ramp, puts it back to even.
Good repositioning here from Legacy as well, it's got to be said, because again, they're accounting for a flank that could come through. coldzera is going to reset behind the sandbags again. There's no incendiary. He's purely waiting on contact to be felt by his players. You see that Bartan's dropping utility, flashing as a little bit of an illusion for players in towards gap, but no, the sole focus is on sandbags, and once again the prime objective is to set coldzera up for success. Safe's not considering it whatsoever.
Oh, coldzera's going to win this round. There's still a position from, if you're the player in this position, you just feel like this round is in your hands, and unfortunately he's going to have to reveal himself. There it is. Safe known, dealt with, and now he can just tuck in the corner. He has support coming on over, providing further distraction, but Barton falls. dumau making his way over, and coldzera, such a perennial nuisance, but he has to do it all. Runs out of bullets, but the USP is enough on the both of these players. They're trying to run away. Just enough time if they want to get there, and oh, actually the USB doesn't quite take down Brenner's, but he does eventually find it. And there's just enough time for exit.
Look at this. One bullet. That'll be the difference maker in this one-on-one. coldzera coming in from CT, wanting to push the issue and exit that has been all-knowing. But not this time around. It's coldzera again. Set up for success in the sandbags, but this time finds the success over at B. MIBR, they reroute. They run away from Cold. They're terrified.
And you should be. Something very fitting about him winning out the clutch from a position named after him. That sandbags play was everything. Safe actually kind of makes him have to activate early.
There's that pause. You just saw it on the cams. Bit gestured for it. But let's be real, this is a round that coldzera should never be winning in that manner, because ultimately Legacy should have put that round to bed when it started, already getting all the dinks in. It was systematic and surgical headshots from MIBR to put themselves in a position to win that round out, but Cold denies again. Zera added on as a sign of respect, and he's demanding it right now from MIBR. There's that second pause. But this is the final chance in this first half. Legacy with the potential for 9-3 on MIBR's map pick, by the way. MIBR picked this map, and this is what we were talking about pre-game. This is why I said, look, I'm not sure if Vertigo is the right decision to make. Both of these teams not really played it. When elimination is on the line, do you want to throw in a curveball? MIBR said yes, and currently Legacy are saying no.
Playing to your comforts feels like the position you'd prefer to be in when elimination is on the line. MIBR are feeling anything but comfortable right now. And look at this setup. 2B, 2 mid again. Legacy just always have the read. Always the information. Insani makes his presence known. Nice HE. That is going to do a chunk of damage on the Barton. Normally you'll see a stack of them there, but there's just not enough to go around to enable that.
Different variation this time in middle. Look, Nekiz is on the boost. coldzera set him up there. They're going for this double contact. At some stage, coldzera will fall off and reset to A. Lato has been on his own for such a long time. As soon as they hear this flash, that'll get the pressure going. That'll make the decision easier for Legacy. Off Nekiz goes. coldzera lies in wait over at middle. But for MIBR, it's all about deception and misdirection. They're not sure where they want to end, but they think it's B. And that's the right call. Bartan sprays out his magazine. Dumau is close, but the utility limited.
Yeah, the smokes, but it's just those in flashes. No Molotovs, which normally would litter B. Defensive smoke forward, flashbangs over the top, and the rotations will come forward. Barton is dealt with by Insani, but an immediate trade from dumau, and coldzera with the 3-piece. dumau gets one back, but coldzera is undeniable in the server today. He is not done on this road to Copenhagen, to the first CS2 Major, one of the best in the game, and he gives Legacy their 9th at the half.
This is it. This really feels like Legacy are destined to continue their journey here in the RMR. MIBR look flat, but also they look defeated. Legacy, it feels like wherever which way MIBR go and commit into, they are being met with 2, 3 players. And not only that, the utility. It's all by design. Chucky, who's been with this squad for so long, through various organizations, through various major runs, he's seen it all. And here, alongside Nekiz, alongside coldzera, as that secondary voice has been driving Legacy through this best of 3, not just over the line, but complete and utter domination. And now MIBR need to reset. It's their map pick. They need to be the ones to take the game by the scruff of the neck and drive a sucker punch through to Legacy.
dumau and coldzera with 29 kills between them. But that's got to be close to the entire total of MIBR. Barton's removed early. Presence towards Rap noted. The dual Barrett is firing off blindly, and they don't find purchase. Lato picks them up. excl gets one onto Nekiz, but coldzera, again besting safe, who has had an absolutely abysmal showing on Vertigo. Still an advantage for MIBR. Kit not in play, a flashbang forward smoke. Actually not really going to help the T's too much. A tap on the bomb. They need the kills, they need them fast, and it's Insani that needs to deliver. But Lato, who has been such a standout player at this RMR, is keeping them at bay. And the time that he's wasted might be enough. No, Drop is going to get the kill. And again, it's Drop clutching these pistols that's keeping MIBR in this map.
Just about keeping MIBR in this map. Look at how close that is. You can hear it just about to explode. But Drop cuts the wires. 2 HP to his name. And it's enough. It's a start for MIBR. But there's still this ever-looming shadow cast over you on this CT side. Able to clutch up, but still comes down to a 1 versus 1. Look how easy it was for Legacy to get in the bomb site in the first place.
And the bomb plant 1v1, yeah, you're full buying into this, aren't you, if you're Legacy? You end up with 5 Galils. Yeah, the utility's lacking, but the weaponry is so much better. Sorry, there's an AK in the mix for Lato as well. Even better. Brenton, how did you do that damage? Is that just some spam?
Yeah, spam through the yellow tarpaulin. Double boost, maybe? The Legacy?
No, it's a double platform for Lato, so he can
that's
go
cool.
back and forth. That's quite neat.
Innovation. Creates opportunities. Look at this in middle.
Just crept through. Save's head is spotted, surely. Yeah, they're looking for him. That is trying to force him up the line, force him into dumau, who's in his spawn. And now they're kind of split between the teams, but B is the destination. 2 players still here to deal with. Exit with the M4. He's the danger man. He needs to be dealt with. 1 for 1 though, and Barton coming up the stairs has found his. And this round, this win, this second round against MIBR, who won the pistol, is going to devastate them.
That's a really cool round from Legacy because it felt very familiar to what we saw them pull out against Nouns yesterday, except they did it with a smoke, and that's quite telegraphed. If MIBR saw that smoke, they would have obviously watched the demo, they would have been keeping track of Legacy and know that that's going to be a mid to B split. Instead, it's pure contact, and they wait. Notice about how the player boosted doesn't start shooting until they're in the position to swing immediately. Dumau completely catches, safe unawares.
Legacy are kind of like, you know what? We don't need you to help. We're just winning all our fights anyway, so just contact play. Absolutely. They can feel it. Just a few rounds separating them and eliminating MIBR and keeping the major dream alive to fight for a spot in Copenhagen tomorrow. And coldzera to be the man to lead them there with 2 dominant back-to-back performances.
Do or die. Do or die for MIBR. Dumau wants to lay waste to them through the A ramp. Again, it's a deja vu. This time, it's not a boost over the top. It's just a scaling over construction. Latto finds exit. coldzera holding the rotation. Safe is being loud. Safe has been heard. Insani is not in a safe place, but at least he's found that kill. And that's going to force him away straight into this flank.
Look where coldzera is. Okay, this now becomes an issue. coldzera walked past all of the defenders. He's in towards, elevator. And dumau not accounted for. But Drop is there for the trade. This is a weird round. coldzera is so separated from the bomb. He's got to run all the way around, and that's certainly going to be heard on his approach. You can see immediately the repositions of the 2 CTs. It's certainly doable. Time's not in his favor. Health is against Insani at the very least. The smoke can be dropped by Drop, though, in towards empty, and then it becomes really hard. In fact, the Molotov goes first, and then a smoke in to follow. It's coldzera. It's going to have a tough time collecting this bomb. Oh, maybe he could walk through and sneakily pick it up, but no, it's just going to force him around the corner. Potentially, you could just buy for a kill. Certainly a possibility, but the crossfire is really strong. Insani being kept on his toes. The swing comes through, and for a second there, you think maybe there's a chance, but Insani converts. MIBR get their 5th.
Much better reaction from MIBR as well. They see the same play coming in, the same person. Latto kills exit. Immediately, what's the response? Risk taken, just pushing straight from B, straight through A.
Yeah, the big issue there was coldzera actually, I think he went through, I might be wrong, but I think he went up A, which is why the bomb is running back. So he missed these CTs.
But because he went towards A, that is a reaction off the back of Insani finding that kill with the MP9. In reality, coldzera should have just gone B.
Well, he was already deep in A. He was on gap, and that's why the bomb's running back. I think they thought the B bomb site was stacked.
Potentially.
Either way, slight misread.
Oh, here's that smoke.
I see that round again that you highlighted last time. That elevator smoke. Worked well for them. Well, it was weird. They ended up in CT spawn, so we'll see how it pans out this time. Passing towards mid, and a response. HE over the top. That's a nice HE. Actually, kind of dodged. And MIBR ready for this play.
Yeah, but look at this.
Again.
The intent is for coldzera just to work. He's got so much room. It's the 3rd round of conditioning that Legacy have put in mid.
All 5 MIBR players have come to deal with this mid play, and no one from Legacy is even there anymore because coldzera has the A bomb site. They're being loud about it, but he's ready to lock off the rotations if they come through.
Yeah, but he should have pushed a little bit further. I understand being worried. coldzera, needed that one. Instead, finds Drop. That's one of the rifles. coldzera finds one more onto safe. dumau hits the trade on BRN, and suddenly, Exit and Insani need to clutch up. That's a fantastic start. And Insani's worried about middle, but Neck is a slip the net.
Oh, Exit is done for. Good night. Nekes with the deagle lurk through. Insani needs to find him before he can even think about this round, and he does do so. Nice shot, but it comes at a brazing wound to his shoulder. Kit recovered. Time running out, and he can't go for it. Can we talk about that second kill from Cold?
Yes.
He's mid-spray onto a player in front of him, and he just to the headshot kill. Might be primary AWPing now, but he's still got all of the rivaling prowess that made him a household name.
He's in flow state, that's for sure. But also, what's really cool about this round is that we saw it against Nouns yesterday, and you even said, as soon as you saw the smoke out, it was a bit weird for them last time. They just went into CT spawn. Look at the reaction from MIBR. They saw the same smoke. They all go into CT spawn. They leave A vacant.
In slow motion, it still looks ridiculous.
And Neck is here. This is just twisting the knife. And it's ironic that it all starts with a pistol win for MIBR with Drop hitting the $1,500 kill reward with the slash.
Yeah, Drop clutching both pistol rounds. Legacy didn't get either pistol round, and they're 11-5 up on their opponent's map pick.
It's safe and it's Drop that has been the last majors for the past 3 years in CSGO.
Frustrations, and you can feel why.
You can feel it disappearing. That consistency that you had through Furia, through pain. It's not there. All you feel instead is just a world of hurt. Insani never made a major. Potentially. Still won't.
One of the favorites coming into this tournament. Definitely one to qualify at the very least. Their HLTV ranking, their recent form, their showings at some international events where they've taken down some big names. But here they might fall to one of the biggest names from their region. And a team that MIBR eliminated from the last RMR. It was the core of Legacy, who fell to MIBR on the road to Paris. But the path to Copenhagen looks a little bit sweeter for Cold and his merry men.
Job not done quite yet, but the buy would really indicate that MIBR are faltering. It has to be all in from here on out. And Legacy know the utility's not going to be great. So they just pump and execute in. They send Bartan over. And look how much space he's got. Insani, it doesn't even matter. He gets decapitated by dumau. This round already feels over.
You need to go for it. You need rounds. You can't be saving here and it being 12-5 when you bring MP9s into the next round.
But you're smoked off. You have nothing. You have nothing
if
you lose this.
They're saving.
It's a bitter pill to swallow. But at the same time, it's belief for MIBR that they can do it. But maybe it's all false hope. 7 rounds. And that's only for overtime. 7 chances for Legacy to continue their journey at the RMR.
Just one kill enough to get Legacy series point. Calm and in control.
You know what hurts the most is MIBR save, and look at what they've brought. SMGs.
It doesn't matter there's 5 grills on the other side because they've got no head armor.
They're playing the bonus, they're building the bank. Legacy have got chances, Legacy have got opportunities now.
5 MP9s to keep MIBR's major dreams alive.
Restart B as well, no one is mid. They're looking to take the space, they're looking to set up one of these players on a faster flank. Neck is creeping and crawling his way up towards Gap. MP9's held at bay by the mollies. Bartan even holding the flank, the possibility. Legacy want to take no chances, they want to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, this one's the most default here that Legacy have shown in terms of the kind of 1-1-3 spread. Looks like now they're going to be resetting over towards A. Utility juggled over.
Oh, that sucks. The nade blew the molly off the map.
Oh dear, well. Flash forward, initiative being taken, Drop gets an opening kill, Neked gets the trade back, it's safe is there to trade. So an advantage still kept, dumau going around the corner, gets two. Evens things back up, and every time that MIBR get an advantage, it feels like it cruelly slips away from them. And it's Exit and Insani, the only ones remaining for MIBR in what could be their final round of Counter-Strike at this America's RMR. A smoke through. Barton's getting ahead, and Barton gets one. Insani at least is able to trade. Gets himself an 8K and gets the kill. Still in it, RMIBR, thanks to Insani.
Yeah, but that's all the kills falling in favor, bar one for Legacy. And as mentioned, that was all Galil's. So it doesn't matter. They can still reinvest. MIBR are still going to be fighting with everything they've got, but with limited resources. Fantastic clutch from Insani. The adjustment right under the pressure. There's that molly going again.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't have mattered. In fact, Legacy are going to take a half buy. More than enough rounds to play with. But look at the investment from MIBR. Their bank balances are depleted. Every single kill hurts.
We might see something explosive. Mal, who's earned himself a Galil with his 20 kills. Where's this one going then?
It's just B, it's just CTB. Deeper smoke to allow more coverage. Molly's now being lined up. They want to burst through this. They want to overwhelm Generator. You can see that Insani needs to back up, but Safe finally gets a kill in towards mid. Insani gets overwhelmed by the MAC-10, but Exit is there as well. And suddenly MIBR scramble together around. That feels a lot more convincing than the last. coldzera with two incredible headshots. There's still a chance for this. 50 seconds left. Close to another position on the map that is named after him. And he is looking for a chance. But he's got to be careful because Drop is here on the flank. There's still chances to make this a 1 versus 1. Individual gunfights. The opportunity to close and break MIBR's spirit. coldzera round the corner, hoping for a chance, but the angle is being held by Blenzen. MIBR just about stay alive again.
Shadow reveals Cold's position at the end, but that one gets a little bit too scary. Considering the position they were in, he was almost going to put them into maybe that 1 versus 4, and what a way to end it that would have been. But MIBR recover. 2 alive, you would have much preferred 3. It's kept the money on a teetering edge, but for Legacy, no bomb plant means they're back on the Galils. Which honestly, they don't seem to care about on a couple of these players. They have prioritized them over with the utility, and an opening kill coldzera dealt with.
They've got to make sure, though, at the same time that they do buy properly. Oh, okay, maybe not.
It's all right, one of the 3 AKs gets the job done.
Drop, hoping for a trade. Re-smoke that will land at the top of the construction site, that will trickle and filter down, keeping Nekis out. But that molly fails, and that invites Nekis to use one of his own and believes that Drop is close, and he is. This is very committed, though, from Legacy. They want to end A.
Goes fighting on forward. A known position, though, heard. Flames gonna look out, Drop further. He continues to be pushed back by the util, but MIBR have taken great space in towards middle. They're going to be able to set up to just lock off the rotations. If Exit goes down here, he can just tuck in. Can be a late flank. Gonna have a last-minute clear over towards B just to make sure no one is there. It's commitment in, and up on top of default. Behind the smokes is Brenzan, and oh, not for long, Barton taps him out of the server, a position that you thought definitely should have been a kill. But Drop gets one back. Still fighting. No denial utility, and dumau denies Drop. Insani and Exit, who's going to be on that flank. He's already started to progress in towards Gap. Insani is known. Kit on Exit, who's slowly coming on forward. Insani's just trying to keep the attention. Wants dumau to swing, but dumau is not budging. Ladder, the longer he stays alive, the better job he does. Exit is removed, and off the back of that, Legacy take the series, and MIBR are eliminated from the RMR.
They might be made in Brazil, but they've been manhandled here in Monterrey. What a performance from Legacy, and it's vintage Cold Zero right at the start of it. Expectations were so...